Good morning, grade 5s. We're moving on from patterns and we're starting with division. Now, we know that certain operations are friends with one another. We know, for instance, that plus and minus are friends because 3 plus 2 equals 5. And if we go backwards, 5 minus 2 is 3. We can check a plus sum by doing a minus sum, and we can check a minus sum by doing a plus sum. Just as they work together, times and divide also work together. For instance, 2 times by 3 is 6. If we go backwards, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So let's have a look at how we're going to work out the problems in exercise 92 on page 171. Let's look at these problems here. You need to fill in an answer in the blue block. 12 divided by 4. Now, you could count in fours up to 12, 4, 8, 12, and your answer would be 3. How else could you do that? You could use multiplication to help you because you know your tables. What times by 4 equals 12? Well, you know that 3 times by 4 is 12. So there is your answer. Let's look at the next one. 24 divided by 3. We could count in threes up to 24, or we could say what times by 3 will equal 24. And we know that 8 times by 3 is 24. Let's look at the next one. 16 divided by what is 4? Well, 4 times by what is 16? 4 times by 4 is 16. So 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Let's look at the last one. What divided by 5 equals 3? Well, let's use multiplication to help us. 3 times by 5 equals 15. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Let's look at these problems. 6 what times or divide by 4 equals 24? Well, we know that 6 times by 4 is 24. Let's look at the next one. 12 what by 3 equals 4? Well, 12 times by 3 is 36. And we know that 3 times by 4 is 12. So there, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Let's look at these numbers. I want you to write 4 number sentences using those 3 numbers. I want 2 number sentences using times, and I want 2 number sentences using divide. Remember that when you times, your answer gets bigger, and when you divide, your answer is smaller. So let's do the times first, and remember when we times, our number gets bigger. So for the times sums, the answer needs to be the biggest number. Let's use 4 and 3 to help us. 4 times by 3 is 12, and 3 times by 4 is 12. Let's look at the divide sums now. Remember, with division, the big number comes first because we are sharing it out. So if we have 12 divided by 3, what times by 3 equals 12? 4. And if we have 12 divided by 4, what times by 4 is 12? 3. So you can see that in each of these sums here, each of these number sentences, we have used a 4, a 3, and a 12. We've swapped their order to make them correct. We have 2 times sums and 2 divide sums. And you will notice that the times sums have got big answers. The division sums, the big number goes at the beginning because you are sharing it out and your answers are smaller.